that, I want to talk a little bit about, the nonsense that is happening in Hammanskraal. That area called Hammanskraal, that area around Klepgat, Madibeng, etc., that whole area, there's always been a problem of water. In fact, in Madibeng, and I'm sorry to bring Madibeng now because we're talking about Hammanskraal, the tankers are a full-on business. The councillors there make sure that the water doesn't work so that they can sell the water to the people. I mean, if you want an ingredient for insurrection, it's in Madibeng, where your councillors who you vote for look you in the face and sell you water. And for that matter, probably dirty water. But that whole area is known for that. In Hammanskraal, right, when we were kids, madam, this is years ago, right, you knew that if you, somebody who's coming from that side, the water was so bad that half the time it would make their teeth even brown. I want to put it bluntly here. Because I was quite irritated by the councillor here from the ANC, who's a caucus leader, Joe Masilela, who comes here and says, oh, the problems only started in 2016 when the DA came, Whitey. When the DA came, things went. Somebody tweeted here yesterday to say, I'm 30 years old. I don't know any time in my life of 30 years where the water in Hammanskraal was normal. And then you get somebody who comes here, treats us like fools, and says, no. Things actually started being bad in 2016, Whitey. All along it was fine. All the people with brown teeth, with stomach aches, with all this cholera and what over the years are crazy. They're imagining it. That the water in Hammanskraal is dirty. The CSIR had a report not so long ago, and it was not the report that suddenly came up in 2016, to say that water is not fit for human consumption. So I tell there's a big poster there that even dogs could not survive. Let alone human beings. And the problem is that our government does not listen until there is death. Those 17 people who have now died. Yesterday when we were talking here, there were 15. It's now 17. And God knows it's 17 and counting. No, they were still squabbling here. No, I want to intervene. No, don't intervene. I don't want to. No, I'm coming to intervene. I think, this is the point where you just say, Zenina, what did we do to deserve this kind of callous leaders? What did we do? What did we do to deserve this, really? Can somebody just tell me what did we do to deserve this? No. Not 20 people must die first. No, they'll meet on Friday and discuss about intervention. The Minister of Water Affairs, very calm chap. Sometimes very boring. No, I'll intervene. He's been Minister of Water Affairs for donkey years. He cannot tell me what have you done about the CSIR report that said this water is not fit for human consumption. What have you done about the report, right, that's been floating around, right, that has shown that people may well be infected here? Just a couple of years ago, students, during the middle of an exam, of a matric exam, could not have drinking water to help them prepare for exams. So it's not something that came out suddenly. It's been happening throughout. And of course, and this is not but in any way excusing the DA. But nobody must come and say, no, it only happened when they started. Well, they've been in office since 2016. They failed to solve it themselves. So it's not better. You can put, so somebody was asking me, who do we vote for, man? It's so bad. These people are failing. I said, at this point, people may think even if we voted a donkey in the office, we will not see any difference. Because we put too much emphasis on who becomes the politician, right? But where are the skills? Because the politicians make sure that those with skills run away to the private sector, don't want to touch the government, don't want to be bothered by all the politicking. The situation in Hammanskraal must make government at all levels to hang in bloody shame with 17 bodies that they themselves are still saying, no, we're not sure who must take responsibility. Nkulu said, no, it's these ones. It's these blue ones who must take responsibility. And the blue ones said, no, it's not us. If you intervene, are you going to give us 2.5 billion? This is on top of 15 people who have died. They're still talking like that. They're not saying, no, let's come and sit here. Let's put a team together. Let this team do this. Let's stop. They still don't know where is the source of the poison. They still don't know. As we speak, I'll be surprised if they've since found out. The trouble is, on all the other things that are happening, the potholes that lead to car accidents, people dying, right? Terrible infrastructure that lead to the stories that we hear, like it has happened in Rahima Musa, where the place is not even a pigsty, should be described like that by the health ombudsman. Now, until somebody dies, it looks like we're not going to be interested. You know, I don't have to remind you about Lefi Sidimeni, right? I'm sure there are lots of, if the Lefi Sidimeni thing did not result in the deaths of all those people, it will still be going on today. The government at all levels must hang itself in bloody shame. I saw a statement from, a very lyrical statement from the Gauteng government, you know. They were not here yesterday. We had national and provincial and local. The provincial government issued a long statement, and we condemned the DA, how terrible, how callous, and so on. A couple of years ago, the people of Mamelodi were a victim of a flood, terrible flood, and so on. And then I think it was around October, November. I may be wrong about the date. It was still during the Makura time. The provincial government was there on the scene, first on the scene there to say, no, by Christmas, you'll all be settled in your houses and what have you. By June the following year, the people were still living in tents. They were living in church halls. They were being accommodated by NGOs and so on. So how the government must just shut up. That's all. They must truly just shut up and go and make sure that this so-called intergovernmental relationship happens enough to stop the deaths that are happening, needless deaths that can be avoided with reports and protests and what piling on the desks of these politicians for years. Bloody shame, bloody scoundrels instead of leaders who should be leading by example, who should be caring about their own constituency, who next day they'll be knocking in their doors saying, a better life for all, please vote for us, please forgive us, I know it's 30 years. But today, when it matters, it's going to be cold comfort for the families who now have to bury seven. And they'll be rushing there saying, no, we'll pay for the funeral. So what does it matter? You're going to pay for the funeral, eh? And that should make you feel good. Shameful.